There are some business models I would like to share with you. That's called razor blade model. You know you shave your chin with your shaver, right? I use mine twice a week. The famous one is probably Gillette. They used to distribute a sample for free to everyone in the market. That's an incredible sales offering, folks. The product quality is so excellent. Do you know why they give you the one for free? That's right. Here's the deal. They give you a free sample because they want to sell you a razor blade. It's a replaceable razor blade. You keep using your shaver because it works so good for your skin. When the blade is out of shape, you replace it with a brand new. If you purchase a razor and they are matching replacement blades, you know this business model well. The razor handles are practically for free, but the replacement blades are so expensive. The only threat to this business model is competition. So you may need to attempt to maintain your consumable monopoly and margin by preventing competitors from selling your product that match your durable goods. Pretty much same thing as you buy a printer. You go to get a printer at Best Buy. Your printer functions so good, you like it, you are satisfied with the quality of the product. You keep using it, and after some months, you're gonna be out of the ink toner. Then what you do is that you are expected to go back to Best Buy and get the extra ink toners so that you can utilize it again. That's what the vendor intends to do with you. Also, I'm not sure if you are quite familiar with this particular business model, but that's called rotating sushi business model. It's also called tuna and tuna mayonnaise model. But for this class, I call it tuna and tuna mayonnaise model, okay? Because it's easy to understand the concept for you. This one is a quite particular tactic because I don't see it quite often in the United States. You can only find it in the Japanese community. In Japanese, kaiten sushi is a sushi restaurant where the plate with the two pairs of sushi are placed on a rotating conveyor belt, or you can just pre-order your favorite food via operating system. They accept your order once and serve you in a moment. Why is it called tuna and tuna mayonnaise model? Because cost rate between tuna and tuna mayonnaise is so huge. Let's say you'd love to eat fatty tuna, okay? Fatty tuna costs $3 each plate though, although tuna mayonnaise costs only $1 or less. What I mean is that, let me see, you go to the sushi restaurant with your family or kids. You order expensive sushi menu like archin or fatty tuna as I said, but you don't want to have your kids eat many expensive stuff because it's extravagant. So you tell them to order inexpensive sushi and eat the cheaper ones a lot instead of tuna. Rotating sushi restaurant has a wide variety of menus like like you don't wanna really eat. So ice cream, ramen noodle, French fries, and other snacks. Who buys it? I don't want to eat too much calorie with sugar. Not you, not me, but your kids deserve it. That's what the vendor intends to do with you too. So those kind of subsidiary goods are targeted for your kids to retrieve the huge cost rate of expensive sushi. So you need to understand the cost ratio to sales if you are a franchise owner. For example, you came up with a lot of brainstormings on how to sell your product, but I want you to pay close attention to me that if you try to increase additional menu, that's not a good idea. For example, you open a ramen restaurant, but for side menu, you sell sushi. That's not good, right? You know why? You go to a Chinese restaurant and see the menu. You have too many selections with appetizer, main supper, and dessert. You don't know which one you want to eat. The menu is written in Chinese. You don't know their languages. You don't know, how tasty it is. You can only distinguish from a picture of each food. So you find a similar food, but you don't know what the difference is. You get confused. Even when I go to the Asian restaurant like Vietnam, I get lost because I don't know them. The point is just that you narrow down your menu. Focus on your specified food you really want to sell first. Ramen noodle will be popular, but Baskin Robbins doesn't sell you a ramen noodle. What's good about this? You can then reduce your wasteful expenses. You don't have to store too much food in the refrigerator, right? When you are hungry, you go out, and if you want to eat ramen, you go to ramen restaurant. If you want to eat sushi, you go to a sushi restaurant. It depends on what you want to do. When I started to do YouTube in English, by the way, I copied my favorite overseas YouTuber, PewDiePie. He's a very, very intelligent guy. I really wanted to be like him. I liked him a lot, so I watched him on YouTube to see how I could copy from his video. That's a marketing research, right? I was so interested in entertainment and making crazy video, but I don't look good. I'm not a good looking guy, and also I'm already a middle-aged man, so I had to give up on it. And what else do you think I can do? English was the only tool I can keep it real. When I imagine I can communicate with more than half of the entire population in the world via YouTube, I get excited. That's why I started doing YouTube. Japanese is very, very niche community. I wanted to maximize my profit from YouTube. That's why I'm doing YouTube right now. I'm always trying to copy a millionaire habit whenever I think it's good. I put down in practice and feedback what I found or mistook. I still do research on my competitors when I take a day off on weekends and whenever I'm free. I keep watching YouTube, and when I find it can be used for my video making, I copy it. I brush up my videos, upload it, but I don't get approved by a YouTube guideline. Probably because my content is not considered as good one. Then I delete it, remake it, and try again. That's what I'm doing with YouTube. I optimize my domain properly, or find free resources available though. You know what it is? For example, you open your night bar, tavern, karaoke bar, kabakura, or more like restaurant you can only open at night. But you have to pay tenant fee for lunchtime as well. Airbnb, Uber would be a perfect examples. They provide you with available space to share or stay, right? People can book unique accommodations anywhere in the world. They help you to make sharing easy, enjoyable, and safe. Uber also gives you a great ride to go all the places you want. In Japan, Uber is not really popular business, but Uber Eats is much better services in Tokyo. I have an interesting memory with a local street food store. When they are out of business, they do make something in the backyard. I don't know what they are making, but anyway. Any kind of a side of business can be done whenever you have a spare time. Likewise, you can maximize your business capacity, and you don't just wait for your customer came in and ask you for something, but you do optimize free resources for 24 hours. Likewise, if you have idle asset, make the most of it. Avoid wasting resources. We only have 24 hours a day, right? I try to make the most of my time. When I get up, I check the stock market and buy or sell some shares as needed. I go to my company, work from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., go to fitness center, and resume making YouTube video after I come back home. I organize and plan how to divide my time between different activities, but actually it's not still enough to make more money. You know why? Because I still work for the company. I'm an employee. I'm gonna have to quit. But I can be wealthy forever if I just keep working to the company until I retire and work as I am assigned by a manager. That's not good. I'm not gonna do that forever. I gotta be serious about that. So maybe I needed to expand my business opportunity in Tokyo soon. Until then, I do enough research on YouTube community at Tokyo, and I'm better off having an early start to move. So what I concerned about my YouTube activity right now is I have no friends. Like he or she can be my business partner who can have a discussion over my YouTube activities. Whatever we worked on together, I'm kind of I'm kind of tired of doing everything all by myself. Only my mom helps me for dinner preparation and the household stuff. That's still so good, but in terms of YouTube, I definitely need to challenging something new. If I just get emotional to do what I want, I fail again. Then, what else I gotta do? It sounds simple, but it's much harder in practice. You have to use your time productively and efficiently. It may be better to think about the time management as a combination of working productively and prioritizing your time. When well balanced with your with emergency and importance altogether, I think it works. That's what something always drives me nuts. Okay, so next one. This is the last one, folks. Okay, just be patient with me. Okay. Overall, loyal customer is everything. They are as important as your life. If they are gone, you are gone. You may feel like you wanna take good care of your new customers, but it's not quite true. Parade principle, also known as the 80 to 20 rules. 80% of outcomes or outputs result from 20% of all courses or inputs for any given event. This is to identify inputs that are potentially the most productive and make them the priority. For restaurant management, I can say 20% customers are valued with 80% of sales profit. It's important to hold. It's important to keep the long-term relationship with loyal or regular customers on a daily basis. How can you know you are needed by your customers? It's important, right? What's new? You keep communicating with your customers. Intimate communication is a key. You make a community with them. That's typical way to grow your business if you are self-employed. I do, but big company do not do that because they invest in too much fund for advertising. You can apply the concept to any field such as wealth distribution, personal finance, spending habits, and even my example. When talking with your loyal customers, you get requested by them, like saying like, you know, what you want and what you need, and you hear them out and consider what you can do for them. You know, you could also do the survey or questionnaire to collect the raw information directly from your customer though and apply to your business operations. So it can affect your business model. So that's something like you are working on your job with your clients. You are linked to them and do the things all together, and then you make a better solutions. Do you remember what this is called? There you go. That's right. That's marketing approach. You gotta review it if you have forgotten. Yeah, let me feedback one more time, folks, because it's important. I opened my original cafe. I only sell brewed coffee with high quality for all the customers at the reasonable prices. What is it? That's product out. If you can generate profit on your own, it's okay. If you are so confident of doing your business with pride, it's all good. But most of us do not do that because it's too risky. I've seen a lot of business failures. It reminds me of my dad failure. The worst failure I've seen in my life. Let me share with you. He was doing a fuel business, coal and kerosene. He made a huge amount of debit and ended up to close his business. And then he joined NFL club. You know what it is? No friend left. From back and then, I knew my dad was not good at number. He didn't speak good in a professional manner. He didn't read fast. He didn't do anything excellent. He didn't even know how to analyze the market was needed for what he sold. I don't want to speak badly about his business skill, but frankly, he didn't have the ability to execute. His execution was too rough, idle, or he hasn't developed his capability of learning from his mistakes. So the biggest failure was there. The biggest failure he made was that he was stupidly stubborn. He didn't listen to anyone. Yeah, even my mom? No. He had no job experience that he was hired by someone else. He's been working solo with his pride, and he drank too much, and in the end, he didn't go well. After years of tough time, here I'm learning from my dad. Okay, let's finalize today's lecture. What's most important factor to run the restaurant management? Think about how to reduce unnecessary expenses and think about your loyal customers. I think almost 100% of you guys agree with my opinion. If you don't listen to me, what's gonna happen? You're gonna be like my dad. Your business is gonna be close as my dad did. So I don't wanna see you going to hell, right? Yeah, to be honest, if you just go for entrepreneurship in the food industry, please don't forget to keep these things with you. I wish you're gonna be able to have a wonderful success after watching this episode of Mabu College. I hope it works. Okay, so that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. I'll probably make another videos of Mabu College because it's fun to learn a skill set with you. If you have any questions, queries, please leave me a comment below. I'll see what I can do for you. Okay, thanks again. See you.